Assistance can't start. Hold on here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are live here on the world's most dangerous podcast, Straight Shooting with Stevie Ray. I am your host, Stevie Ray, and I am coming at you tonight on a Tuesday night of which we call Tokyo Heat. Whereas my main man, Sonny Onoo, will probably appearing here shortly to tell us what all things are going on with Sonny Onoo. So, glad to have you back again. We had a very good show last night, of which you guys had me laughing like crazy. But you know, it is what it is, you know. Uh, Something happened with my phone here. My phone is almost out. Anybody that's watching right now on Instagram Live, you can go over to Stevie Ray TV and you can watch the show. Uh, my phone is about to go dead, and I didn't bring my charger in the studio. So it's either that or everything goes out. What's up, Kron? Foster Rodriguez, what's going on? Dark Side, what's going on? Guys, like I said, guys, we had a very good show last night. Hopefully, Sonny Onoo will be here shortly and give us the scoop on what's going on with Sonny Onoo. And like I said, guys, anybody out there that's watching right now live on IG, I'm going to have to cut my phone off because radio from Germany, how you doing, brother? My phone is, I didn't bring my charge up, man, and I didn't charge my phone because I've been ripping and running all day, man. Sorry about that. Hopefully the next time we come on live, I'll have everything charged up and we can go from there. But with all due respect, man, go over to Stevie Ray TV on YouTube, Stevie Ray TV on YouTube, or either Stevie Ray TV on Twitch. Become a subscriber so you guys can chime into the show. Right now for you guys, I'm just using my phone. But I'm trying to figure out how I can get Instagram integrated within my software so you guys can watch doing that also. I'm working on that as we speak. But as of right now, peace, and I'll see you guys next time. Only the guys on Instagram, not you guys. But yeah, let's see. Let's get these guys out of the way here. And we'll go from there. Okay, I got them out of the way. But man, hope everybody's out there having a good Tuesday. The Tuesday? Yeah, it's Tuesday. Man, I'll be forgetting the days, man. You know, that's how it go. Real cool. What's up, baby? But at the end of the day, brother, it is what it is. I'm sorry that my phone is, man, almost tapped out, man. And I got my card, but I ain't got the little thing to stick it in to charge it up, man. Or I would have left the, Instagram guys on for a little longer because, a lot of times I get Instagram guys, and then they go over to, but I couldn't get Oh, sorry about that too. But hey, man, let's get down for another great show, and we'll see what's going on. We get down to the real nitty gritty right here in this Houston city. You know, as far as some guys last night was asking me about Roman Reigns, and they was asking me about Roman Reigns becoming a babyface? I don't understand. I really don't understand that question. I mean, if you watch the show, if you watch WWE, if you watch SmackDown, I think SmackDown's a very good show. And whatever they're doing, and we all know that the tribal chief gimmick is what they've been pushing for that show. So if we all know that, why do you want to mess with it? Somebody explain that to me. Why do you want to mess with it? I mean, I'm quite sure the writers, they pay those writers six figures to do what they do. As fans, why would you want individuals to change gimmicks in the middle of something instead of just watching the show like watching any show and just let things play out? Why is that? I would just like to know. Somebody give me some insight on that, because I don't understand the premise sometimes of how people. Darkseid just said something. SmackDown is good, especially with they have been doing with Reigns and the Bloodline. Darkseid, I agree with you 100%, man. What's wrong with just watching the show? Hey, Queen, what's up? What's wrong with just watching the show and be entertained by the show? Why is it that the product that they're giving is not good enough? Or you want it to change because of what? I don't understand that. Maybe I'm just from another generation. Real Cool, we're on the same page. The Real Cool just said the formula is working, so leave it alone. I mean, the fans are one thing. Those ratings and those numbers and keeping those people pleased that really sink a lot of money into having this thing on their network, it is what it is. Now, Calcutta said, I feel if something isn't broken, then why change it? Maybe down the road, but not right now. I guess you can't please everyone. And Calcutta, I think you're 100% right. And Queen says they don't know how to do that. And, I don't understand if I'm watching a TV show, if I'm watching Sanford and Son, and Fred is annoying to everybody. If that's his gimmick, I don't want Fred to come in and be nice to everybody. Because now you just took away from what his gimmick really is. So who am I to say, oh, I wish Fred was nice when people came over and stuff like, brother, that's the way it was written. Just entertain me. That's all. Just entertain me. Yeah, Fausto, yeah, we talked about that a month or so ago. You talking about the UFC people bought 49%. Yeah, we talked about that. But really and truly, I'm going to be honest, I really could care less who bought anything. It ain't my money, to be honest. It ain't my money. When big businesses get together and buy shit, it ain't got nothing to do with us. We still paying customers for a product just like a junkie. If one dope dealer sell all his stuff to another dope dealer, the junkie still got to go buy his shit. So why get involved in shit that you're not privy to? Who cares? Nothing changes for the junkie. We as fans are the junkies. Does that make sense? Darkseid said, to be honest, being part of a watch-along group has made the SmackDown experience better for me as we discuss things going on. And that's good to discuss things going on. But to try to outthink people that are trained to do what they do, how does that work? That's basically what I'm talking about. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if they had a contest of people that want to see these things change, want to see these things change, so on and so forth, as if you really think you know more than the people that actually out there doing this. And people don't realize how these guys got to bust their ass to come up with different situations on a week-to-week basis. People really don't know how hard that is, and how gifted you got to be to do that, to keep things on an even keel and still making people interested on a daily basis or weekly basis. If they had a contest and we're going to bring in 5 fans that think they know more than the people that goes out there and run these shows and write these shows and this, that, and the other, and let y'all write for WWE for a month, one fucking month, I bet the show would look like the drizzling fucking shits. I'm sorry. What's up, Brian? I'm just going to be honest. The show would look like the drizzling shits. Because you don't know what you're doing. You don't know how this works. You just think you do. You just think you do. I'm just being honest. I'm just telling you what I know. You know, I worked around writers and stuff like that, you know, back when I did commentary and things of that nature, you know, and I have to be in these production meetings and seeing what these guys working from sun up to sun down to come up different ideas to make this thing go. And people think that shit is easy. Well, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. Darkside just said, I think these people want to change. They should by WWE 2K23 made these. Yeah, I can see that, man. But what I'm saying is, I'm the kind of person, whether you agree or disagree, I'm the kind of person, I'm looking to see what's going to happen, what's around the corner that I don't know. That's what keeps me on the edge of my seats. What's going to happen here? What's going to happen? And then when it happened, oh, that wasn't good enough. Or they should change this. Or they should make Roman Reigns a babyface. Based on what? Based on what? But that's just me. I'm the kind of person, if I'm paying for entertainment, if I'm watching Godzilla, hey, I just want to see Godzilla whoop some ass. I want to see how he gets in trouble. And I want to see how Godzilla get out of trouble at the end and whoop some ass. And I got my money's worth. Yeah, that's what I went to see. You know, remember when the fans wanted Daniel Bryan to win the Royal Rumble instead of Roman won that with the ship? I mean, that's a part of it, though. That's a part of what I'm talking about. Why would you want? Who gives a shit what? How does that satisfy you by doing what you want? What's up, Jamie? How does that satisfy you? Then what? What's next? Daniel Bryan wins the Royal Rumble, then what? Then they put the belt on him, and then, okay, he doesn't measure up. He doesn't draw the ratings like the last guy does. They keep Q ratings on everything that goes down, brother. They keep Q ratings on everything that happens. You know? Kron just said Umas is going to come back waving his hands in the air like the great Khali as a babyface. You might be right. But those guys don't. Those guys are significant parts of the show, but the show is not written around them. So you got wiggle room with guys like that, you know? You got wiggle room with guys like that. Some guys you ain't got wiggle room with. You got to fucking concentrate, man, because this is what's driving the show, and this is what's drawing the money. So it's all about money. That's what people don't understand. It's all about money. You know what I'm talking about, Fausto. It's all about money. It's not about what you like and what you dislike at times. It's about, in the United States of America, everything that we do, majority rules. 51% always trumps 49%. Majority rules. And if more people want this than the people that want this, that's the way we got to go. It's called business. It ain't called fun time at Richmond High. Jamie just said the same thing. It's all business. But at the end of the day, they're selling you a product. I ain't never heard a junkie go say, hey, man, this crack wasn't no good. You get what you get. It is what it is. I hate to put it in that, context, but I know everybody can understand when I use those kind of analogies. Everybody can understand that. But that's my opening act, man. And I just want to put it out there like that, man. That's my monologue for today. And I just want to see how you guys felt about it. But with all due respect, I'm looking for Sonny Onoo.
What's
I got
up?
some questions for him. There he is, y'all.
What's going on?
Brian,
I got new match.
Sonny.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Sonny. No, I can't hear you, man.
What the hell?
Yeah, you got to get closer to the mic, man. We got people watching the show. Now I can't hear you at all. You muted yourself.
Oh, okay. Now you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Sonny, what's going on? Sonny, I had a question for you last week, but I forgot to ask you.
What was it?
Now, Sonny, let me bring everybody up to speed. What's up, Nicholas? Let me bring everybody up to speed. And what's that Ku Klux Klan hat you got on? Oh, it's a mask.
Can't see shit. How do you wrestle in this stuff? You know it?
Look, brother, I never wrestled with a hood on, but I think I did once. Years ago, though.
Those people who wrestle with this stuff on is crazy. You know?
Mr. Fire said, who did more cocaine, Tony Montana or Sonny Onoo?
Oh, man.
That's what Mr. Fire said. Don't ask me.
Cocaine.
I can't control what people say.
I just got drunk. I didn't do cocaine.
Well, Sonny, I'm here to tell you, I've never done cocaine either. Calcutta, let me read Calcutta's last thing here.
I know a lot of people were at WCW.
Bro, tell me about it. If anyone remembers Daniel wasn't the first choice, it was Punk in 2014. Everything worked out as it was the year of Brian. I think some people are thinking that they deserve everything, but like the Rolling Stones song, you can't get
what you want.
You can't always what you want, but you can get what you need. I think Calcutta hit it right on the head. But Sonny, a few weeks ago, let me bring people up to speed on this. Dark Side, Calcutta, all you guys, bring you guys up to speed on this. Back when the World Baseball Classic was going on, Sonny Onoo couldn't do the show because Japan was playing the United States of America. And as we all know, the United States of America didn't even have their best players out there to play these Japanese baseballers, okay? But Sonny Onoo, that has kind of like the entertainment business that has stole from the wrestling business. Sonny Onoo's whole life, his whole very existence on this planet, ladies and gentlemen, derives from him leaving Japan and coming to the United States of America. Everything he owns, everything about him, every dime he ever made in his life is because of the United States of America. But when Japan, let me finish, please, if you don't mind. I am trying to paint a picture here, Sonny Onoo, if you don't mind. Okay? Because this is the conversation that I had with Calcutta and a few of the others when you didn't show up that day. Did you know that? You know Calcutta brother is over in Japan, right? You know Calcutta brother in Japan, right?
Yes,
He married a Japanese girl. He married a Japanese girl. He is the inverted version of a Sonny Onoo.
that was who
Okay?
was he cheering for?
Well, I ain't talking about him. I ain't talking about him. I'm just letting you know. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Sonny Onoo, who owes his life, who owes his very existence to the United States of America. And as soon as Japan is in the big classic baseball game, he drops what he's doing to go root for the Japanese. Now, some people will call that a turncoat.
Turncoat.
Yeah, a turncoat. You turn the coat inside out. Some people will call that disloyal.
You see where my loyalty rides on my passport.
Well, look, brother, can you please put that down? Can you please put that passport down? Because we all know, Sonny, that you never really bought into the American dream. You just wanted a piece of it,
No.
but you
I
didn't
bought
want to
into
give.
American dream.
But you didn't want to give back, Sonny. That's why you never
No,
became
I
a
bought into
citizen.
American dream. I just
Look at that. Look at him, y'all. Look at him. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
I
And
only
as
carry
soon as the
dollars.
Japanese,
I only carry
soon as
American dollar. That's how much I appreciate it. I only carry American dollar. You don't see me carrying Japanese yens.
I don't see you, that don't mean it don't exist.
No, I got some over there.
I don't know what you got stuffed in that little safe you got hidden in the back room. I don't know what you got in there. I don't know.
No, dollars. You know, it's a safe haven.
What I'm saying is this.
Yes. Make your point.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all saw how Sonny was when the Japanese guy, oh, he's a big Shohei Ohtani guy and all this stuff. This man has never mentioned the word baseball as long as I've known him. 27 years. This man has never mentioned the word baseball to me.
Didn't you go with me? You, me, and Chono go to see a Hideo Nomo
No.
in L.A.?
No.
It must have been another black dude.
Probably a Japanese dude that looked like a black dude. But let me say this. But when the Lakers, ladies and gentlemen, when the Lakers were out there trying to win a championship for the city of LA, and they brought in a guy at midseason named Rui Hachimura. Rui Hachimura. Why didn't I see Sonny Onoo stopping the show to go root for Rui? What about that, Sonny? Who born in Japan, playing at the Lakers, out there doing his thing. Why, Sonny?
I'm not. No, see that's the correlation is wrong. If I would have stopped the game to go watch Angels, Los Angeles Angel play, another USA team, that would be the equivalent of Lakers. Because the guy's a Japanese.
No,
pitcher.
I'm talking about a basketball player that is born in Japan, over here doing his thing. You never said nothing about him.
He's
Why?
not playing for Japan. He's playing for Lakers.
He plays for the Japan in the World Championships. That's where he was born.
No, but he wouldn't. That wasn't the game.
That don't make no difference. He's still Japanese.
No. Yeah, he's Japanese. But he's but it was Japan versus USA. That's why.
Okay.
If it was a soccer, I would probably do the same thing.
Yeah, you're going to jump on the bandwagon when it was convenient. That's what all my listeners have a problem with.
That little island of my country. Population of size of California.
Well, then you should root for every person from Japan that's doing something in the United States.
Only when they play for their country.
Oh, Lord. How often is that? How often is that going to be? Because when does Japan actually get anywhere as a country in sports?
That's how special it was. Japan beat all the other teams. They beat
Jamie
South
say
Korea,
Sonny Onoo.
China. They beat Mexico.
Jamie say Sonny Onoo, the opportunist. I'm leaning
Hey,
toward
hey,
agreeing with him.
well, let me say this. Opportunist to me is not a dirty word. It just means you're a very smart person.
Yeah, but I'm talking about when
Matter of
it
fact,
comes to
I encourage
rooting
all
for
my
your
kids.
countrymen.
My no, I opportunity comes to us every day. It's like a revolving doors, right? And when a door opens up, you better get in it. But when
Okay,
you
that's
get in
cool.
it, when you get in it though, you better have a ability. You
So let me
better
get
be
this straight.
prepared enough to succeed in the opportunity.
So let me get this straight.
Opportunist is not a dirty word. It's actually
Okay,
a
I can
great.
understand that, but that's not what the context of which he was using it though. I don't think he was using it in that context.
I know,
I
I know.
think he was saying that Sonny Onoo is a fan when he has the opportunity to do it when it's convenient. I think that's what he was saying.
Well, there's a lot of truth to that.
Man, you even admit it. You don't even try to hide it. That's a
No,
crying shame. You don't even try to hide.
no, no, no,
You don't even try to hide it. That's
no,
cold,
man.
man.
Opportunity for Sonny Ono to cheer for Japan, he's on it. But when USA, is wrestling against Iran or Cuba, I'm all for USA wrestlers. But when
Okay.
Japanese guy wrestle against USA guys, I'm cheering for the Japanese guy.
Even though the country of the United States of America has given you everything, have
Yeah,
rolled out the carpet for you and
not
your
quite.
family and your family and your family's family. And then you turn your back? Then you turn your back like a turncoat on the United States of America? What did
Just
Japan do for you? What
just
did
proud of
Japanese
the
do other
country
than where you were born?
that
What did they do for you?
the proud of the country that I was born and way they behaved themselves since the World War II. I mean, yeah, I'm proud of my country.
Which country is that?
Japan, man.
How old were you when you got here?
11
When you got off the boat?
is 11 years old.
11 years old.
Yeah. Minute I
11,
hit, minute I hit
11
the
years old.
minute I hit the street, I wrote my name on the cardboard and started panhandling. Made some money. Made my first money.
This is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. You hear these politicians going back and forth all the time. Y'all been hearing them? Oh, if you don't like the U.S., you love it or leave it. Like, what was the coach? What was the coach of the Chicago Bears? Didn't he say that? Now, listen to Sonny Ono.
Hey, nothing wrong with the country. Nothing wrong with being proud of your country of origin.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I guess it would be if you're from like I don't know, maybe Iran or
What did
Iraq
Mike
or
What did Mike Dicker say? I love this country or leave it. And that was a Polish man.
yes, she was.
Yeah, a Polish man telling somebody to leave. You lucky to be here. Getting attacked from Germans on one side and Russians on the other side. Yeah, I get the hell out of Poland too, with all that kind of shit going on. But I'm
No,
just saying, remember people were saying that kind of stuff, and here you are.
yeah,
You came over.
yeah.
The country accepted you. Taxes were spent on you to go to school.
No,
You know
no,
that,
no.
right?
What?
Taxes were spent on you to go to school.
Oh yeah,
Schools are
yeah.
paid for by taxpayers' money, not
That's right.
Japanese money.
That's right. And I paid it all back. You and I paid it all back with the tax we paid. I remember when
Man,
I
you just you can't pay the you can't pay the
I paid it back. I paid taxes.
you can't pay the damn money back, man.
I did. I'm still paying.
You paying for other youngsters to go to school.
Well, yeah, but that's what I mean. I paid it back. The money they gave me, I paid it back. A lot more than they paid me.
That's not the point, Sonny.
Well, that
The
is the
point
point.
the
We
point
pay,
is that blood, sweat,
we
and
pay it forward. That's what it means.
okay. See how they are? See how they are, man? This man's whole life. Did Rui Hachimura, Japanese boy, playing for the Lakers, he never mentions him one time.
No, he's not LeBron James. He's LeBron James' partner.
How many Japanese guys are playing in the NBA?
I think maybe two.
Calcutta, do me a favor. Look up and see how many Japanese guys are in the NBA right now. That's actually on a team and that's actually doing something, Calcutta.
I think it's two.
Oh, it might be two. We know it's at least one. My question is, what type of boat did Sonny get off when he was 11 years old? I think it was a tugboat.
I was on a ship. I was on an airship.
You was on an airship. What?
Yeah.
Transcontinental Airways?
I came on the Northwest Airways.
Northwest?
Yeah.
I think the first time I went to Japan, I was on Northwest.
Yeah.
I think we went from Houston to somewhere on the West Coast. I can't remember.
Either
Might have been
or
Seattle.
LA or something.
Yeah, it was either Seattle or LA. And then we went from there to Japan. Yeah, I still
That's
remember
where you
that.
got your free pancake, brother.
I don't even want to talk about those pancakes, man, when I got ripped off. The U.S., Foster just said, the U.S. government, too conservative. We need Trump back. Let me ask you something, Foster. When have the president ever did a damn thing for you? No, let me take that back. How did the president ever change your life? Other than the theatrics? How did the president change any citizen's life in the last 20 years that you can reach out and touch and know it did something for you? And please don't say jobs, because jobs come and go and they ain't got shit to do with the president. If you know anything about politics. Answer that for me. Trump's not a politician, he's a businessman. Who gives a fuck? What that got to do with the question? Just answer the question. How does a politician that's a president, once you get into politics, you're a politician regardless if you like it or not. Has a president changed your life in any way, shape, or form? And please don't say jobs, because in my existence on this planet, jobs come and go. The economy goes up, the economy goes down. It's got nothing to do with a fucking president like people think. Please tell me how a president has changed your life in any way, shape, or form, whereas you can reach out and touch it. The government all corrupt. He's not a politician. What that's got to do with my question? How the fuck you bring up Donald Trump, but then you don't want to answer a question? You know what I'm saying? I'm asking this to anybody out there. Anybody that's listening. How does a person, we got 344 million people in this country. We got 7 billion people on earth. How has one guy changed your life in any way, shape, or form? We need to kill them all. Oh, whatever, brother. Let me block you. I'm going to block you, brother, because now you fucking with me. I don't do bullshit on this show. You're going to fucking either be about it or talk about it. Get the fuck off my show. Bye. No, I'm serious, man.
Well,
Man,
here's the problem, right? Stevie Ray, the problem is.
What's that?
The problem is, it's like an internet thing, right? That's what we're doing, broadcasting
Right.
through podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is, people become really brave and say stupid things. I mean, it could be positive, but it don't. A lot of people will say stupid things and, talk out of their ass.
Right.
And they become very brave when they're like, there's no.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Right?
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Hold that thought, Sonny. Calcutta, 5 Japanese players, but 2 of them are U.S. citizens. What about that, Sonny? They got U.S. citizenship, unlike yourself.
They're turncoats.
Sonny, last night I was having a
Go have fun when the draft comes back.
can you believe 5 Japanese players in the NBA? Man, that's amazing.
That is amazing.
Wow. Um,
Hey, ask your friend
okay.
how many of those 5 is have half African American blood in them.
You hear that, Calcutta? He listening to you, but you ain't. It ain't like he just looking at the show. He listening to your ass. Calcutta, check that out. Wait a minute. What? Everybody got black blood in them. Did you know that? Man's
Well,
existence started in
yes,
Africa.
I understand, but I'm talking about a lot of these African American / Japanese guys was offspring of a lot of servicemen that went over there.
Well, that's a possibility too. Yes.
So that's
Uh,
what I.
okay. Yeah, that's true. Okay, Calcutta. He wants to know how many of them are half black and half Japanese. Calcutta. Check that out for me, Calcutta, if you don't mind. We got to soothe Sonny's curiosities. And I don't even know why that is. I don't even know why that's even relevant. I don't know.
No, I think I would. You're very logic about this, and we talked about
What's
this
that?
genetics of
Yeah.
breeding for superior athletic being
Mm-hmm.
to work my fields, my cotton
Yeah.
fields out in Georgia. So
Yep,
that's
we
the
have.
point I'm making. So a lot of these guys having a half being African American probably got the height and some more, I would say more athletic ability.
Well, but what if they don't?
I don't know a lot of slow brothers. I know a lot of slow Japanese dudes. You know what I mean? If you and I would go to the Houston Mall. Let's just say let's expand the
Okay.
fact that let's not even just say Japanese. Asian people. Let's go pick 5 Asian people. Okay, between
Okay.
age
Okay.
17 to 28, and you pick 5 African
Okay.
American and put them on a line and race for, let's say, 200 yards. If you're a betting man, not knowing any of these people, okay, you're just randomly picking up 5 Asian people, 5 African American descent, right?
Okay.
Put them on
Okay.
the line, take them to high school field or college fields, and run them for 200
Okay.
meters. Now let's be a betting man. How
Okay.
many of you is going to bet on the Asian guys? I
Okay.
mean, no. I'm being realistic.
Okay. I mean, I give you. I mean, hey, brother, I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you on that.
Okay.
But
All
how
right.
many of them would bet
Okay.
on the? How many of them would bet on the Japanese guy in 40 yards?
Oh, I don't think it really matters. I don't care if it's
I
5
think
yards.
it might matter.
No, I don't care if it's 5
I remember.
yards.
I remember the 1984 Olympics, and the Japanese 100-meter guy came out the blocks, and he was ahead of everybody.
Yeah, what did he finish?
At 50 meters, he was behind everybody. But I'm just saying, for that first, I'm just saying for that first, you can look this. You can look this up.
That sounds just like World War II. We bombed Pearl Harbor and we said, man, we're ahead. Everybody cheering them. We're ahead. Let them carriers go. Let them carriers. But we're ahead.
I'm just saying.
According to Stevie Ray, we're winning the war. First 6 months, we're killing it.
Now wait a minute. Calcutta just said Rui Hachimura is one of them that is Japanese African player. So he's still Japanese. I don't care what he mixed with. We got mixed people all over the United States.
No, he don't.
Half black,
He look
half
hey,
white, half everything, half Indian, half
You
Mexican. We
heard
got
no black
people
man.
doing that everywhere, so that don't make no difference. What?
Okay, take his name off the TV. Okay, put his
Okay.
picture out there, and they're gonna say, "Oh, that guy, that's a Hachimura. That's a Japanese dude." No,
Yeah.
that guy. No, you can't tell. There's nothing Asian about that boy.
Look at his face.
No, there's nothing
Look at his
Asian about that
face.
boy.
Look at his face and listen to him talk.
Well, don't let him talk.
He talked like a Japanese emperor.
Don't let him talk.
He talked like a Japanese emperor. Like he don't even know the words. He need a translator most time that he talks. If you ever listen to him,
No.
he's not like Heinz Ward. You know Heinz Ward is half Korean, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Heinz Ward,
He don't look.
Huh?
He don't look. He look more African Americans than Japanese or Korean.
when you look at him, you can look at Heinz Ward and tell this dude ain't all brother. I know all brother. Okay?
Are you? Wait a minute, Stevie. Are you old brother?
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
sure?
I am now. Everything else been weeded out. I am now.
When did you figure it out? When you had your puberty?
No, man, I just traced my relatives back.
Because I thought life wasn't fair when I got my puberty.
Really? Why?
Oh, man, we're in gym class taking a shower, and I'm going, what the hell? Why's Tyrone over there has got happening over there?
Hey, brother, that's the culture. You know what I'm saying? Those are genetic genes. Wait a minute. Kron just said Russell Wilson looks Samoan. He does a little bit, doesn't he? But a lot of people don't know. A lot of people think Russell Wilson is half white. He isn't.
I can see him being like Filipino, half Filipino or something.
No, he isn't.
Well, what is he?
He got a black mother and a black father.
Hmm.
But his father is one of those Louisiana, what we call coon asses. You know what I'm saying? What they call them? Cajun?
Cleo?
Creole, yeah. His father is one of those guys.
Okay, somebody's lying.
No, I'm just saying, do you know his father, Russell Wilson, dad is Ivy League educated. He went to Yale or something. And his daddy played football also. So a lot of people think Russell Wilson, he all black. He just one of them guys that, if you go down there, well, you've been to Louisiana, South Island. We done wrestled down there a zillion times. Those people are all over the place. They got long hair like women.
Yeah.
But they mix with so much stuff. But they're African American.
But you said it right, though. I mean, my wife says it all the time. She says, eventually, we're all, another 30, 40 years, 50 years, we're all going to be brown.
You can see it right. You can see it right now, brother, in sports like crazy.
Yeah.
You can see it in sports like, oh my God, man, there's so many mixed kids in sports. Because you got to realize, this started happening in the 80s. Started happening in the 80s when, you got to remember in the 70s, if you look at the big colleges, they didn't have the African American population like they started having in the boom in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When those big colleges really started recruiting a lot of these African Americans from small towns and stuff like that, all over the United States of America. So what did those guys start to find girlfriends? Well, it ain't no black chicks on campus. What I gotta do?
Yeah.
I gotta do like Sonny Onoo. That's what I gotta do. I can't wait to go home for Christmas. I'm just telling it like it is, dog. And if you look at all these guys that started getting born in the late 80s, early 90s, mid-90s, look at them. They all over the place. Basketball, baseball, football, track and field, acting, professional wrestling, everywhere. So your wife, if you take that and start to multiply it by whatever, what are you going to have? You're going to have another race within a race.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You have another race within a race.
You're right.
Are you allowed to talk about Brutus? Brutus who? Wait a minute. MTV. I'm Sicilian, and I know I do hundreds of years ago, whenever it was Ethiopian, right next door to you, though. It was conquered for a little while. Yeah. Of course. That's true, Hitman. So Sonny has a little bit of soul. No, Calcutta. Stop that shit right now. Stop it. Stevie has a little bit of Shogun. No, Calcutta. I despise the Shogun. I despise him. The heels.
Did you know at one point
What was that?
There was actually, you could ask your brother this.
What?
They wanted to make your brother show enough. The character from.
That's not true.
That's true.
That's not true.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, they want to make him. They want to make him show enough.
The Shogun of Harlem.
Yeah. Your brother would have been great, especially when he was younger.
That would have been so racist.
And I would have managed him.
You know what? I can see it though.
Okay.
I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Get him a little ponytail thing.
Right.
Right. Get him a little shoulder pad, little triangle shit on his shoulder.
Shogun of Harlem. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Harlem Heat was way too over. So they killed that dude.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me see something here. The American Dream, Sonny Rhodes. Calcutta said, Beefcake, Booty Man, Zodiac, the man with no name. Yeah, I think, Calcutta, I thought we went through all of them yesterday. We were talking about Brutus Beefcake yesterday and all the gimmicks that he had when he came in.
It was Disciple, too.
Yeah, we said Disciple yesterday. Yeah. Calcutta was just dropping a few tonight. I think we went through all of them. I have never seen one person have so many gimmicks in such a short period of time.
Yeah. It wasn't the name that was getting him not getting over.
What was that?
It wasn't the name that was not getting over.
Well, the thing is, man, this is just how professional wrestling works. We talked about this yesterday, but I'll bring it up again just for those who missed it. The Brutus Beefcake thing, and people don't realize, back in the 80s, the word beefcake was a big thing back then. Beefcake was almost like a male dancer type, Mm-hmm. That is what people call, well, it didn't come from my community, I'm going to tell you that now. But from the other side of the community, that is what they refer to as a man, well, good looking, well built, stuff like that. A beefcake. Mm-hmm. So Vince and them came up with a gimmick called Brutus Beefcake. And he would cut people's hair off with scissors after he beat them. But that gimmick got over so strong for Ed, that when he left WWE and came to WCW, well, the whole world never looked at him as anything else.
Yeah, you're right.
Never could look at him as anything because the gimmick was so strong, because nothing had ever been done like that before. So that's why WCW came in and called him the Clip Master, cease and desist. The Booty Man, cease and desist. Anything that looked similar or he dressed similar, they got rid of it. Vince them wasn't having none of it. And that's why the beefcake thing didn't come back ever again. It just Calcutta said he heard Linda McMahon give him the name Beefcake. You might be right, because you got to realize that was the 80s. That was their time. So you might be right. But I'm just saying, I don't know how they figured they was going to pull that off. And they know how Vince is about his gimmicks.
Mm-hmm.
They know how Vince is about his gimmick. When he come up with something, brother, no way. You know, like everybody that had their gimmicks before they got there, they can keep them. Or if you had your name before you got there. But if you didn't,
Yeah.
you got to leave it where you picked it up at.
Stevie Ray, the
Nicholas,
Harlem Heat name was. I know you guys had a lot to do with how he came up with the
Right.
name, but who owned it? Did you guys own it?
The company owned it.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that.
Oh yeah, we wasn't Harlem Heat when we came to WCW.
No, I know that, but
no, the company came up with the name, and I mean, we came up, we kind of helped come up with the name, but
no.
you know, the name was given to us while we were in WCW. Now, but we control Stevie Ray and Booker T though.
Yeah.
That nobody can mess with, because we had those names before we ever came to WCW.
Well, when I came along, when I became on camera talent, they just said, I mean, I was told by a few people, said, hey, use your own name. They can't license your name.
That's true.
So
That's
use your
true.
own name. Yeah.
Stevie Ray Inc. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That was my business, so, and still my business to this day. So there's no way, even though I loaned my name to WWE just for merchandising, and stuff like that, they still can't send me a cease and desist and say, hey, you can't use this name somewhere.
You can't use
know
the
what I'm
name.
saying?
Yeah.
They can't do
Like
that.
if you went on to own the restaurant named Stevie Ray or Booker T, you guys say own the restaurant.
Right.
They can't come after you.
Right. But even they never even had a problem with us with the Harlem Heat thing. They never even cared about that either. But because they didn't come up with it, even though legally they purchased it. If you see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Even though legally they purchased it, but they ain't never tripped on none of that stuff
Don't
either.
they have to keep those name, register the name every so many years?
I think so, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you do.
Yeah, I think so. But at the
The
end
reason
of
why I
the
say
day,
that is because with a name like Ultimate Dragon, I remember going through that with him.
now did the company give him that name?
No, Ultimate Dragon was Antonio Pena, AAA, and
Okay.
they owned his name, Ultimate Dragon,
Right.
and they allow him to use it through WCW and even today.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, he's got, but he doesn't own the name.
Now Nicholas saying he thinks WWF did file a copyright infringement lawsuit against WCW in '96. I think you're right, Nicholas. I think you're right about that. But I know they sent the cease and desist stuff many times.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how did WCW, how y'all figure y'all gonna try to tiptoe around something like that, brother. And you know what I'm saying? The booty man with the booty girl. Okay, let's get off the Brutus Beefcake stuff, man. We had enough fun with that last night. Sonny, I was laughing so hard. You know what I'm saying? With everybody making these jokes about Brutus, man. And I'm like, I couldn't take it no more, man. I just couldn't take it. Sonny, my favorite Chinese restaurant opened back up.
Nice.
My favorite takeout. Real Japanese food.
No, wait a minute. You said Chinese.
Oh, yeah.
Know the difference.
Oh, yeah. Brian saying, I was disgusted at what Ryback said about Booker T. What was that? I can't remember what nobody said about nobody. What did he say? Calcutta said Panda Express. No, not no Panda Express. Not that cheap jive. You kidding me, man? I'm talking about some real Chinese food where they have a Mexican guy in the back preparing the food. I'm talking about some real get down Chinese food. They don't even hear me. They don't even know what I'm talking about, baby. They don't even know what I'm talking about there. I'm talking about some real Chinese food. Baby, when you eat,
you see a Mexican guy making his sushi, turn
no,
around.
you don't see him. You don't see him unless they open the door. He's sequestered. He's sequestered.
You always got to take a look at the kitchen. If you don't see Asian guys back there, get the hell out.
There used to be some Asian guys back there until prices start to go up.
Oh.
Okay. So I look back, and one day, I don't know how many years ago this was, because I've been going to this place for years, even because it's right next door to a Kroger that I shop and get my groceries at. And both of them, years ago, when I first had my house built, were across the street. The Kroger was across the street, and the Chinese place was across the street. Then they built a new strip center on the other side where my neighborhood is, and both of them, a bigger Kroger and better takeout place for them where they can let people come in and sit down. You know what I'm saying? Before that, it was just a takeout place. You know what I'm saying? You walk in, get your stuff, and you leave. But now you can sit down in there and eat it, But be there at the main. One day I'm looking in the back, and I see these Mexican cats. And the same little Chinese guy, man, been running it for years. And brother, when I say this dude that made some money, he got the best Chinese food in the area, bro. Yeah. I am not joking, man. I don't know what kind of recipes this cat got, man, but he got the best Chinese food in the area. And he do all the takeout and stuff with, all the neighborhoods in there. So dude making some cash, bro. I know he making cash. But anyway, I look back there one day, Sonny, hoping to see a guy that looks similar to a Sonny Onoo, but not exactly like a Sonny Onoo, but similar, because I can tell the difference between, the angry Japanese guy and the more subtle Chinese guy. I can tell the difference. I've been around both of them. So I'm looking back there to see, and I see this kind of big dude. I'm like, that's a big old Japanese dude, man, Then I got a good look at him. He wasn't Japanese, man. He wasn't Chinese.
No.
He wasn't Korean. He was big as a Mongolian, though. But he was a Hispanic. And then I tell the dude when he came out and brought my food, I said, hey, man, that dude ain't Chinese, is he? Just making a joke. He just started laughing, you know what I'm saying? But hey, man, people got to do what they got to do. But they're back open, Sonny, and I love the food. They're back open.
Well, when I come and see you, we got to go there.
You don't want to go there.
Why not?
Because I ain't never sitting there and ate none of the food. I just get it for takeout or bring it to your house. I'm not going to be sitting in here, man. A drive-by might happen or something like that, brother. I don't want to be in there, Bye-bye. But I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to be honest, man. They got some of the best food I've ever tasted in my life. I don't know why their food tastes different than I've had, you can get good Chinese food here in Houston, though, because of our community, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like over in Chinatown and stuff, some of these places, just superb Chinese food. I don't know if you eat Chinese food, but
I do, but you know what? I'm going to tell you. You didn't eat Chinese food in Japan, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Did you really? Sure?
I was forced to by Mr. Waiter and all them dudes, man.
Because Chinese food in Japan is expensive. It's not like here. It's almost like a fast food, right?
Well, wait a minute. You asked me, did I eat Chinese food or Japanese food?
No, Chinese food.
No, I don't think so. I eat Japanese food.
Let me tell you one of the reasons is Yokohama, which is a little south of Tokyo. It's a little suburb.
Okay.
is what there's a Chinatown there.
Okay.
And so last few times I've been there, I stayed in Yokohama last time I was there, and say, hey, let's go eat some. You know, they got great Chinese food, so let's go there. And it's like seriously expensive. Like if you go to Washington D.C.
Mm-hmm.
and go Chinese food, and that's the same thing. I mean, it's you know, its spread is amazing, right?
Right. Right.
Decoration and everything, and it's expensive. There's no 9.95, 12.95 dishes.
Right.
You know what I
I
mean?
hear you.
They're all like 59, 69, 99, 169.
Damn.
Dishes. Dishes are
Okay.
really expensive, but it's fresh. Have to eat them when they come out, you know,
Right.
in courses, and it's amazingly good. Most
Mm.
people in the United States don't know what real Chinese food is like. They think of
Mm.
Americanized Chinese food, you know, the fried noodles and you know fried rice and you know
Well, I tell
Peking
you,
whatever.
man, I went to one of the restaurants. A buddy of mine, we used to ride motorcycles together, and we had picked up these two girls at one of the motorcycle hangouts,
Hmm.
and he wanted to go down to Chinatown to this restaurant that he goes to all the time. Well, you know, I don't go in Chinatown, man. Ain't nothing over there for me but Chinese stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really go. But we got a couple of them. You know what I'm saying? We got the one that I was telling you about, and we got
Right.
one downtown where all the restaurants and all. It was right off offsets of downtown where all the restaurants and all that kind of stuff is. Been there for years, and man, we went to a restaurant down there, and I'm gonna tell you, Sonny, this was. He goes there all the time, and it is kind of expensive. But I'm gonna tell you, man, that
It's
I had
real.
never been to a high end
Right.
Chinese restaurant before, and brother, I'd never forget that. That's the first and last time I ever been there,
Yeah.
because I'm really never in that area to
Most
dine.
Americans haven't really had that experience. The real Chinese food, like what you and I are talking about right now,
Right,
what your friend took you there, is really exquisitely good.
right. But
The
let me tell
most
you
of them,
this.
yeah,
Let me tell you this since I'm on this subject.
yeah. I know that look too.
Last night, a
Yeah,
friend of mine was watching. I was doing some IG stuff before I started the show, and
yeah.
someone that I had an encounter with was watching the show.
Hmm.
And then she was like, she hit me up, and I didn't know who she was at first. And then when I finished the show, I went downstairs and she had sent me some pictures of me and her. And then I
Oh,
remembered her. Uh, she's well, she does this PR stuff. You know what I'm saying?
hmm,
For people, this, that, and the other.
hmm.
Uh, Not PR, but your what's the person that handles all your stuff when you
Personal
getting your stuff?
secretary,
Huh? No, no, no. The
publicist.
publicist. Okay. Well, PR publicist, same thing, I guess. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Uh, and I remember she was working on this thing that she invited this guy who did this movie about this high school, and she was working on that, and I came to the premiere and stuff like that, and her and some of her associates and people I know, we had went to. Didn't she had said, you remember that time we went out to dinner? And I'm trying to think, I went out to dinner? Then I remembered it was a bunch of people that was involved in the whole project that had met at a Japanese restaurant.
Ah, of course. The Japanese chef
And
there
guess what the name of the restaurant was?
wasn't Sonny Ono, so I'm all right. Mr. Fujiya, Mr. Fuji.
No, man. No.
What was it?
Benihana.
Oh, you don't see those anymore. A lot of them.
We got a big one over there, man. That was I hadn't been to Calcutta, say the Black Bombers. No, Calcutta. Uh, I hadn't been to a Benihana in, oh my God, since I was in my 20s.
Yeah,
Back in
yeah.
those days, Benihana was so big.
Huge. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were the first one that came out with the teppanyaki.
And this one had all of that.
Guy's
Where
name
you
was
see the
Aoki.
guy,
Remember?
huh?
The owner's name was Aoki.
I don't know what the owner's name was. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
privy to that.
Yeah, his
Yeah,
name
but
was
Benny
Al.
Hunter was the guy chopping the stuff up right in front of you and this, that, and the other, and everybody's sitting around the thing like a,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like somebody wrestling in the middle, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And yeah, that's where we had met at Benny Hunter's, and I forgot all about that. Yeah. Isn't that Sonny? And we
So what
talking about
happened after
Japanese
that?
restaurant tonight? Huh?
So what happened with her after dinner?
Shit, I don't even remember. I barely remember the dinner. You know what I'm saying?
she,
I,
she
ba-
did
I,
not
ba-
did knock your
huh?
socks out then.
Oh no, it was a whole bunch of us. It was a group of people.
Well, I don't know how you all do it, but yeah, that's all right.
No, it just wasn't me and her. If it was up to me, I wouldn't have never went to Benny Hunter's. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah,
pretty
you're
much.
right.
I like Cajun food. Like my daughter, I took my daughter out for her birthday last week, and we went to eat Cajun food. And I got the big blackened catfish, about this big,
Jeez.
with the red beans and rice on the side.
Now, isn't catfish? It's a soft, very white, flaky kind
Yeah,
of, right?
yeah,
Real
yeah.
tender.
I love it, bro. I love it. That's my favorite fish. It's my favorite fish, and when it's blackened, oh my goodness. That's the only fish I eat at my house. That's the only fish I'll eat out, unless they say we don't have that kind of fish. You know, woo! And the way they make it here at the place called Papados, the way they make it, brother, oh my goodness, man. They blacken it for you, put that sauce on the top. Woo! Lord Jesus Christ, man. Loved it. Loved it. Oh, loved it, baby.
Now there's
Now, if
no,
you now they got Papados in Dallas now. You
but
should take your
there is.
wife. You should take your wife there.
I would definitely look one up and go. Now, let me ask you something.
What's that?
There is no chain of Cajun food, is there?
There's no what?
Like a chain.
No, the
Like
Papados are a chain.
what are they called?
Papado.
Papado. I got it right there.
They're owned by the Papa's brothers.
Okay.
Papaddauz. Real Cool just said Papados is the shit. We have only one here in Arizona. Real Cool, let me tell you, they opened one up in Atlanta. That place was so packed. It was over by what's that part of town right outside Atlanta where all the boys used to stay? And
South side. South
Lex,
side?
Lex Jim Nim was right in that area.
Yeah.
What's the name of that area?
I can't remember the name.
I can't remember it either. But they opened it over there, and they opened up a Papa's barbecue, or even the Papa seafood. They started here. I think they started here because they got them all over Houston.
Hold on one second.
Go
I'll
ahead.
be right back.
Go ahead, man. Shut them dogs up. Trying to do a show here. Jack said you're missing out on Chilean sea bass. Melts in your mouth. That's probably like here, Jack. That would probably be down by the water here. You know, and all those, because, you know, we right by the water, and they got like a zillion seafood restaurants down there. Some of them so good, but that's my brother's side of town, man. I hate that side of town, man, because I don't fish. I just eat fish. I don't want to be around the water. It smells like salt water on that side. Smells like salt water on that side of town, man. So I don't really like going over that way. But those kind of restaurants you're talking about, Jack, oh man, some of them, you know, I have to take a ride or something like that on my bike or something. I think last time I went over there, I met a friend of mine, went over there for something. Might have been her birthday or something like that. And we drove down. It's an area here called Kemah. Right by the water, all this kind of different stuff going on over there. But Mystify said, white men can't jump, black men can't swim. I just happen to be one of the black guys that can swim. That can swim though.
Look at this.
What you doing, Sonny?
Look what I found.
What'd you find? Hey, bro, you stole them off my table,
No, you know
and
who
they're
I got these?
signed. I,
I know
I
they're
didn't
all signed.
sign those to you.
No, you know what you did? You signed
What I
these
do?
back in 1999 at Disney.
Or how you end up with them?
Because I
How
asked
did
you
you
to
end up
sign
with
them.
them?
I asked
I
you to
did
sign them. Yeah,
for free.
for free. You were sitting there playing cards. I can still picture it. You're playing cards with a bunch of guys. I said, Stevie, I need to have you sign these. He said, okay.
I must have been
Yeah.
losing money. I must have been losing money or something. You caught me at the right time.
No, I, I, Stevie Ray. I think there's a two sets of them too. I have another Stevie Ray here somewhere.
Real cool. I'm gonna tell you, man. Uh, Papacitos, the Mexican one, because see, they got Papa's seafood, which is like a seafood deal. Then they got Papados, which is Cajun. Then they got Papacitos. All these is all the same. Sometimes they be side by side. You know, in certain parts of town, they're
Really?
side by side. You know, I mean, yeah, same parking lot. You know what I'm saying? And then they got Papa's barbecue. All owned by these Papa's brothers, and I think I think the Papa's brothers are either Greek or Italian.
Sounds Greek to me.
Yeah, but yeah, they've been around for years, man. I mean, Real Cool was asking me, do I like salmon? No, man. I'll eat a lot of fish, but first is on my list gonna always be catfish. I grew up on catfish, man. You know, I grew up
Catfish.
on it. So
Well, I'm gonna look them up. I'm gonna take my wife out.
yeah, man. And when I come to Dallas, find a Papados and we'll go there. And you'll see what I'm talking about. You know, and it's Cajun food. You like Cajun food?
I don't know. I mean, I bet the Louisiana
What do
had.
you mean you don't know?
I don't know if I had occasion.
That's a crying shame, man. You ain't been an hour too long around all them white folks, man. You ain't experienced nothing. You ain't gonna experience nothing up there, man.
Well, I'm down here in Texas. I mean, a lot of Mexican food.
Well,
But they don't even
okay.
call it Mexican. They call it
That's
Tex.
not even Mexican food in Dallas, man.
They call it Tex-Mex.
That's Trex Mex.
Tex-Mex.
You gotta come down to here's closer to Mexico. You know where you at? Man, you 50 miles away from Oklahoma. What kind of Mexican food you gonna get a hold to? With some cow? You really? 50 miles from? Do you know you just right up the road from Oklahoma
Yeah, I know.
and Arkansas? Really?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
right
yeah.
down the road from Arkansas? Well, you better come. You gotta come to South Texas. You gotta realize when the people cross the border, they don't go too far. You understand that, right? Right when they get into the United States of America, I don't feel like going up north. I don't feel like going up there. I'm gonna stay right down here, was near the water and hot, what I'm used to in Mexico, brother. But see, we got real Mexican restaurants here. Used to be a professional wrestler, and the guys can look this guy up. His name was Cyclone Negro. Brother, he had one of the baddest Mexican restaurants in Texas.
No.
Look him up, Calcutta. Cyclone Negro. I probably can't say it right. Negro. Negro.
That's black,
Cy-
right?
huh?
Negro is black in Spanish.
Yeah, supposed to be. They could be like the Japanese. I don't know. Could change it up on me.
No, in Japan they're called sambals.
We already know that.
Hey,
Yeah. Check that
hey,
out,
look,
Calcutta. Cyclone Negro. And he had one of the baddest uh, Mexican restaurants around. Then we got some other ones, one called Mama Ninfas. Oh my God. Mama Ninfas. And they still got the original one on the southeast side of town.
you
They
know
got them
what
all
you'd
over
be really
Houston.
good at, Stevie Ray? You know what you really be good at?
What's that?
Like, I'm no, I'm not kidding. What we should do, like once a month or something, right?
What's that?
You should go to a restaurant. You would be a great food
Me?
critic, restaurant critic.
Me?
Yeah.
Me go. Somebody probably shoot me
No, I
if I
think
might
you'd be
tell the
really
truth about the
good.
food. Huh?
But go to a restaurant where somebody like say, "Hey, Stevie Ray, you should go check this restaurant out," and go there, and we talk about it for 10 minutes on the show.
Well, somebody have to sponsor that.
Well,
Because you got to realize Houston is a huge city, bro. And we got stuff all over the place. And it would be good to do something like that. But I don't think it should be a podcast.
well, I'm just
I
saying,
think it should be a
maybe
Sunday
you should write in
evening.
a print.
I had written a show like this once that I was trying to get financed to put on television. Kind of like something that comes on a Sunday afternoon or, Saturday night, something like that. Because I'm always thinking about stuff outside of professional wrestling, just like yourself.
Right.
And what I wanted to do was a show called Where's Stevie Ray? And Stevie Ray could be anywhere as long as it pertained to the to the city of Houston or the state of Texas.
Yeah.
And I would go out and experience things and then tell the people about them. Whether it be a restaurant, we have a big rodeo here, or
Right. Right.
all the different things that, you can do in the state of
Well, you would be
Texas.
perfect
You
at
know what I'm
that.
saying? And that's what I wanted to do. Where's Stevie Ray?
Right.
Well, this is where Stevie, and I had a sidekick with me. You know what I'm saying? Somebody with me that
Right.
I could bounce stuff off of. Or like a 30-minute show, probably take about 18 minutes total with the commercial times and stuff like that. So we have a segment where my sidekick is, and then we have a segment where I am, and the show is going back and forth for that episode. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, Sonny, where are you, man? Well,
Right.
then it shows you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just using you as an imaginary thing.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm over here. Once I think about it now, you being Japanese makes it work even better. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm over here in the blah, blah, blah district and, this, that, and the other and blah, blah, blah. Because now it's not traditional. It's a black guy and a Japanese guy. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
got good chemistry with each other. Then at the end of the show, we see each other. Hey, man, where were you? Hey, man, what took you so long to get over there, man? Blah. Well, you know how we are, man. Us Japanese people, we like to take our time and stuff. Oh, man, we see you next week and stuff like. You know what I'm saying? We make it funny and
Right.
shit like that at the end.
Right.
And so people get a feel of Tokyo heat in real life.
Right.
That would work. If you see what I'm
That'd be
saying.
funny.
Like if it's a car show in town or you go to a car dealership or go to an
Right.
exotic car. Well, you know cars just like I do. You know what I'm saying? We at the Maserati dealership today. You know what I'm saying? Or we at the regular Ford dealership 3 weeks from now. I mean, cars, restaurants. I mean, and people get a feel for all this stuff.
I think you'd be great, and I think you'll probably get a good sponsorship sponsoring your show, just because you know what the place you should go check that out.
What's
And
that?
like if we were to do something in Japan, right?
Sonny,
Japanese tourists
somebody say, take your glasses off. He can't see.
can't see, but the tours, like every city and every country have a tourist division, right? To promote your city.
Right.
You could go there, and every year, one time I did a youth event in Iowa, the town I lived in. They gave me $50,000.
Hold on 1 second. Hold that thought. Real Cool just said, have you eaten at the turkey drumstick place? Real Cool is called the Turkey Leg Hut. turkey drumstick place. Yeah, I've eaten there a few. I've eaten there a few times, but the place is so packed, man. You know, it ain't really my speed, but the food is really, 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 really good. But anyway, Sonny, go ahead.
No, I think I kid you not. I think if you were to come up with that concept, right, and go to city of Houston and go to city of Houston and find out what is they have a tourist agency where they try to bring events and stuff like that. You know, like anything from marathon to anything. You know, WWE or any kind of event. They give out money for that stuff. But if you say, "Hey, I have a concept," and you said, "Hey, this is what we do," you can even make a pilot, and I'm telling you, they'll give you money for it and be a sponsor.
Hey, brother, I hadn't really been thinking about it because of all the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But this is a couple of years back. This was a couple of years back. I mean, maybe a few years back. It's been, these years go by so fucking fast now. But yeah, I had wrote a whole show and I wanted to call it Where's Stevie Ray?
Yeah.
And it shows me driving, maybe in my '69 Camaro,
And I'm sitting on your shotgun going, "Where are we going, Stevie?
Yeah, exactly. Well, Sonny, today,
I'm hungry. Where are we going?"
Today I'm going to drop you off at blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they'll wait for you over there. But me, hey, I got a date with blah, 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 and we're going to see blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? So everybody stay with us. We'll be back after commercial and hey, boom, you see the car take off. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the thing, you see us leaving. At the end of the show, we're back in the car. You know what I'm saying? And we'll get ready for next week, man. Sonny, you can tell everybody how scared you was at the rodeo. Stuff like that. Go ahead and tell them.
This cow loves me.
Stuff like that would get over like crazy. It'll get over because you're bringing an element of what people have been doing for years, but in a different kind of way because we, as professional wrestlers, don't think like other people. The way we think about stuff is totally different than a professional wrestling way.
We think a lot of time what is entertaining.
Right.
Many times. When you and I, when I talk to you, when we think about things, it's always about, man, that'd be funny as hell. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like me and a cowboy hat and a chaps.
It'll be great. You know what I'm saying? That'd be great. Some shows, what I'm looking at, some shows we do together. Some shows in a 30-minute show. Because, you don't want to spend the whole show on one thing, don't want to spend the whole show on nothing,
Right.
But when you got something big, then you both show up there, you know what I'm saying? Interview this person, interview that person, blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the show, hey, man, we'll see y'all next week. I know it would work, man. I know it would work.
And you can really even put in a concept. If you really want to go one step beyond it, you could even do, you could even do like we go to Fort Worth, Texas for barbecue smackdown.
Right.
You know what I mean? We taste each other's, we have judges.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Sonny. That's what I'm saying. See, here they have the big rodeo, one of the biggest in the world, once a year. And they have chili cook-offs and all that kind of stuff. I've been to them before. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about it's a zillion people come to this shit, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to go to a lot when I was a kid. I've kind of grown out of it as a grown man, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But a lot of people live, breathe, and die this stuff, bro. I mean, they can't wait to go get on horses and ride because people ride from all these different areas and they ride horses all the way to Houston.
Crazy.
I ain't talking about from around the corner. With their flag and stuff, like the cavalry. And I'm like, wow, brother. I don't know what that lifestyle is like, huh?
What you think about shooting a pilot?
I think it would be great.
I think it would be great.
I think it would be great. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, the city of Houston is so diverse. The state of Texas is so diverse.
You know what I'm saying? Texas is like a country.
Right. But I'm saying we got so many different kind of people here.
Yeah.
It's endless.
And we can do that too. You know what I mean? Today, Stevie Ray and I are going to go visit Korean. I
Right.
have to pretend that I'm a Korean.
Yeah, speak some right now. Rui Achimoto.
That'd be good. Hey, Stevie, K-Face, Stevie.
You know, but I'm just saying, if you look at the Hispanic communities here in Texas,
Yeah,
if you look at the Asian community in Texas, if you
yeah,
look at the Indian Pakistani communities in Texas, they
yeah.
all celebrate this stuff. We show it to the world.
Right.
Show it to the world.
Yeah. Show how diverse Texas is.
Right.
You know,
You know?
because I
I
couldn't do
mean,
that show.
the car culture,
Yeah.
the motorcycle culture. You know, who wants to rent or own a private jet? You know what I'm saying? What kind of people?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we talk to these people.
You know,
Who owns a mansion like this? And we talk to these people.
Stevie Ray, you know, one of the more subculture in Japan is all these. You know how Japanese girls are cutesy, cutie, kawaii. You
Right.
know that whole thing. So the subculture to that some of the girls don't like that cuteness shit. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
really?
Yeah. So you know what they latched down to many years ago? The Latino, uh, uh, the LA car hopping, you know, the
Really?
lowrider
Oh, okay.
culture,
Yeah.
and there's whole people, whole Japanese, all Japanese, dressed, act like Southern LA car hopping
Right.
lowrider culture,
Right.
makeup and everything. You know, girls a little rough, you know, tough,
Right.
but just totally opposite of the how Japanese supposed to
Exactly.
behave. So
Exactly.
it's the kind of anti, you know.
Right.
But
Almost rebellious.
yeah,
Right. Oh yeah, I can see that. But just
yeah,
imagine, look at how many different look how the African Americans, they like the dubs. They like the cars way up in the air,
yeah.
you know. And then the Vatos, they like them as low to the ground as possible.
I know. When they
You know what I'm
park their
saying?
car, it goes over
Right.
the town.
You know what I'm saying? They want it on the slab. But what I'm saying is there's so many different kind of cultures here because there's so many different cultures here. And we show that to people. At
Yeah,
the end of the day, it's all the same thing, but just coming at you from a different way.
yeah,
Show that to people.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it would be endless because we come from another world and somebody that's a reporter type, whether it be
yeah,
male or female. You see what I'm saying? They're just a reporter type. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out here with the Car Club of America and blah, 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 blah. Nothing wrong with that. But you're not an entertainer.
right.
See what I'm saying? You're not an entertainer. That's the difference between what we do. We
Yeah,
entertain and we know how to entertain. You know, it's the difference between holding a microphone and talking about something. You know, we do that too, but entertaining the people and saying certain things that somebody else wouldn't even know about. Plus, we just happen to know a little about a lot. For somebody that went to school to be a voice person or reporter, stuff like that, that's all they know. That's all they know. Most of the time, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, hey, brother, that show could take off and be worldwide.
that'd be a funny show.
Yeah, would be. Because we come from the entertainment business. So we ain't waiting for somebody to think up everything to make something funny. We got the ideas in our heads already. So we look at something and go from an artistic point of view, oh man, that'll be good. Hey, Sonny, what if you did this? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
You walk
right,
out and you got your chaps turned on backwards.
right,
Oh, wow. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I'm a Japanese guy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, when somebody tell you, man, I don't want to have to tell you this, Mr. Ono, but I think you got your chaps on backwards. Oh, well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back. Back to you, Stevie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the people laugh like hell at that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Can
Because
you imagine? Can you imagine me with flannels with one button up here?
right,
Hey,
right,
Vato!
right. But That's great
Yeah.
because learning people's culture to me, growing up here in Houston, Texas, I love it. I love it
Yeah.
because it opens your mind
It
to
does. And it, you
something.
know what? And it shows how cool it is within that, you know, like I was just telling about the Japanese people acting like, listen, it's unique.
Right. Right.
A lot to be said about being unique, not following somebody else.
Right. But what I'm saying is that's America.
And we
America
need
is
to,
about knowing other people's cultures and respecting and appreciating other people's culture.
right.
Knowing it is one thing, respecting it is another. And when you respect something and it opens your mind to something, brother, that's something unique within itself. So, in essence, you can use entertainment or shows like that to educate people at the same time.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that's the key.
let's work on it. Oh, look what I just found. An envelope. I don't know what's in it.
What's in the envelope?
Oh, look, it's Japanese yen.
Nah, Japanese. That's what I said. Who knows what you got locked up back there? But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, another show of Tokyo Heat where Sonny are bouncing things off his head and bouncing things off my head, and who knows, man? We might have something. We might have something in the bag. But Sonny, I'm entrenched in working on the book.
All right.
I'm entrenched, brother. It's going to be on like a steaming pot of neck bones, ladies and gentlemen out there. If you heard me once, you heard me twice. And everything I say don't always turn out nice. But at the end of the day, it's going to be on like neck bone if we get this show on the road. So y'all keep that in mind. For my man, Sonny Onoo, I am Stevie Ray. This is the world's most dangerous podcast. And y'all hear the music in the background. But if you don't, always remember this. Be one. Peace, Sonny.